Hi sweeties, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be making a zipper fly and then a waist belt. Okay, so this video will be in two parts. Okay, the first part will be the zip fly and then the second one will be how to fix the waist belt. So without further much ado, just don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe, and also turn on your notification bell so that you get notified anytime I upload a new video. So now let's jump straight into this. This is my left side. Yes, the left side has a flap extension, and then this is my right side. I just went ahead to maintain the 0.5 inches seam allowance. Okay, so without further much ado, let's just go ahead and then move to the next step. I just want another fly extension to make that side very thick, so I'm going to go ahead and then cut another fly extension. So make sure that you are cutting the fabric you put under and not your shorts. Okay, so I'll go ahead and cut this, and then the next step was to put our interface. This is to ensure or enable that place to become so hard and stiff. Okay, so after cutting this, I'll just go ahead and then iron my interface on this like so. And then now the next thing is to cut the right flap. Okay, so because there is no flap on the right side, we'll be cutting a double flap of the same size. You can either make it round or square, but I'll just use the same size. Okay, so I'll put it on it like that on the folded edge, and then I'll go ahead and then cut this out. So remember, this double fly we are cutting is for the right side. Okay, so after cutting this out, of course we'll be ironing our interface on one side of the flap. Okay, so just like that, we'll go ahead and iron our interface, and then I'll come back and show you the next step to take. So right now we are done. I am done with ironing my interfacing. So the next step is to cut it out. Okay, so I'll iron both the right side and the wrong side onto the same interface. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and then cut the excess and then separate the right from the left side. So that is the left side and this is the right side. Okay, so now the next step is to go ahead and insert our flap, and then we'll start with the right side first. Okay, so now the fabric is facing me. This is the right side and then this is the left side. Okay, so I'll go ahead and then flip this over so that we'll continue our work. So now that I've flipped this over, I'm going to tackle the right side first. We will be closing the side much later, but let's just go ahead and start with the right side. So this zipper I'm going to be using, and this is the right side. Okay, so this right side is going to be facing the left side, and also this zipper metal, whatever it's called, should be outside. Okay, should either be in alignment with the waist or it should just be outside. And also you place your zipper like that, and then you put your flap on it like that. Make sure that your flap is also aligning to the waist line. I'll just go over again. This tiny metal over here should just be outside. Okay, it shouldn't be inside, it should just be outside, because you're going to cut that off later. And also the right side should be facing the wrong side, and then this zip flap that we cut, external flap, should be in alignment with the waist. Okay, so we'll go ahead, after arranging this, we'll go ahead and pin it. So we pin it right now, but we are going to go ahead and flip it to the right side. So this is how it looks on the right side. What I'm going to do next is go ahead and remove the pins I pinned with, because I'm going to be sewing on the right side. So go ahead and sew, run a straight stitch. Just open this up as much as you can, and then make sure that you run the stitch closer to the zipper teeth. Okay, you back stitch, and then to make sure that you back stitch to make it secured. Okay, we are closer to the zipper opener and closer, so I'm going to shift it up and then continue with the stitching. Back stitch, and then that's all. So right now we'll go ahead and close where I showed you guys. That is the crotch line. We'll be closing it to where we think that is appropriate to stop. Normally you go ahead and stitch and then stop or where the zipper ends, or where you made the last stitch. Okay, yes, so that is the perfect place to end. So voila, we're done. So we are done, and the next thing we are going to be doing is tackle the left side of the flap. Okay, so fly. So what we're going to do, remember this fly that we cut externally, we'll go ahead and place it under like so. Yes, and then we're going to secure it with a pin. Okay, so we'll go ahead and pick a pin and then secure this well. Yeah, so after doing this, you go ahead and pick the right side of the zip, the parts which we've not sewn, and then you put it against the flap, half inches away. Make sure that the waist is aligning well. Okay, so you put it half inch away from the end or the tip of the flap. Okay, just like so. Okay, just like I'm doing, just half inch away from the flap, and then we'll go ahead and pin. So after pinning, this is what it looks like. As you can see, it's already coming out beautifully. And then the next thing is we are going to be switching the pins, because I'm going to be sewing on the right side. But before that, always remember that the right flap will always get in the way if you don't hold it or pin it down with a needle, a pin, sorry. So you pin it down and then make sure that it doesn't get in the way. So the next step is to remove the pins under and then bring it on top, because I am going to be sewing right from the top, just like I'm doing. You can go ahead and pick different pin and then secure it down and then remove the under pins away. But because my pins were not close to me, I decided to hold it well and then transfer the pins. So if you are using the same pins, make sure you hold it well so that you'll be able to. We are going to stitch along the side to the curve here. Right now I want to show you where I'm going to stop. As you can see, I've used the needle to demarcate where I wish to stop. So I'm just going to go ahead and sew along that side. So the next thing is to stitch. Make sure your stitches are straight as possible. Okay, so you always want to back stitch so that it gets tight and secured. Stitch slowly and carefully. So it's time to tin. You're going to go ahead and lift up our pedal like so, foot pedal here, and then go ahead and shift our material a bit so that we can sew the curve perfectly. So I've removed the pins because I already know where I need to stop. So go ahead and back stitch a bit and then yes, done. So guys, this is what it looks like. I'll go ahead and open this later so that you can see. The next step is to cut off the excess from the zip. So just like so, I'll open it and then cut off the excess we got from the zipper. Okay. So after doing this, remember that the zipper teeth, okay, the metal that holds the zipper teeth and stops it from like spoiling has been cut off. So you don't need to close your zip. If you close your zip will spoil, okay, so it will get damaged. So right now the next thing is we are going to be taking down the sides. Going to be stitching down the sides before we move to the waist, just like so. Stitch down the sides. So guys, I'll do the same thing to the other side. Thank you for watching. Make sure that you go ahead and watch the part 2 of this tutorial, which is how to insert the waistband, which is as simple as this.